This guy's got 9 subs, 6 videos, 6 videos. And I'm like, this might be a little honey hole here. We might have found somebody new, somebody else who's in the fold trying to get out on these YouTube streets and get monetized. But here we go, guys. This is Cryptic Rants, the downfall of Marathon.
Hello everyone, and today we're going to be going over a pretty big topic that has taken over the landscape of gaming the past couple days. Now with the growth of extraction shooters like Escape from Tarkov and Dark and Darker, AAA studios are looking to enter the market and capitalize on the increasingly growing audience looking to play these types of games. Now Bungie decided they wanted to join in with their title Marathon, which from the distance looked like it could have been a good game till you got a little look at the characters and realized that it wasn't going to be it.
It was always going to be shit. I'm going to be real with you. It was always going to be shit.
Marketing push aiming to streamers to leverage those wanting to play the game during a public playtest. Some, including me, had many technical issues with none of...
I mean, this guy's buried to the facts, but I want to be real, like 100% honest. I have been saying Marathon was dog shit since the moment Marathon was announced and I found out that it was an extraction shooter. So when I found out it was an extraction shooter, my dude, I was like, fuck this, dude. Fuck this. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous that you take one of the most iconic, not most iconic, but you take an incredibly iconic FPS series that led directly into making Halo, and you have this like incredible lore deep, story rich FPS game and there wasn't a lot of story rich FPS games at the time. There really wasn't. And you look at the fact that they had made this, and then years later they pull that old IP out of the dirt, basically spread their butt cheeks in diarrhea shit all over its existence, and we're just supposed to eat it up because pretty extraction shooter. They're like, ooh, look at the fucking like art we stole from everybody and stuff like that. Yeah, so it's gay. It was gonna be shit from the beginning, and I'm glad that Bungie has no association with Halo anymore.
Them being resolved or even talked about, and yes, I am a little happy to see the downfall. Well, a little, because it sent me down a path of gambling and I lost everything, and I'm kidding, I'm good, I swear. But since players were now getting a chance to view the world in its entirety, an artist by the name of Anti-Real on Twitter noticed some of the art in the game looked a little too similar to their own work, and not just a couple instances or things.
Bro's cooking with his little animations here for somebody who's this early in YouTube. Like, a lot of respect, bro.
That could have been their work, but quite literally copy-pasted, as we can see in these comparisons posted by Anti-Real, each revealing how much was truly taken. Now, they did also add that they didn't want to sue Bungie legally, as they didn't have the energy nor the resources to do so, also adding that they've been working on this style for over 10 years and they are tired of designers mood boarding and parasiting their work instead of them hiring her. This whole situation reminds me of the meme, you can copy my homework but change it up a bit. There was no changing it up a bit. Bungie is now calling the artist who added these files to their texture pack an ex-contracted employee.
Which I don't even think is kind of true, to be honest. I really don't think that's even kind of true. And this is something funny. Again, dude, I think Bungie is one of the most disgusting companies out there, and I think a lot of people gave them way too much faith. But look how they treated the Bungie or the Destiny community, dude. They've been absolute fucking cum goblin like AIDS monsters to the entire Destiny community for years now. But every time they get... And I have a little bit of a disdain for Bungie already, because I think it's so retarded that people are like, well, if Bungie wouldn't have left Halo, Halo would still be in such a better place. No, dude, they would have went over to Destiny if they would have never left Microsoft. I'm going to do a fucking theoretical, my beautiful little retards. A little theoretical. They go over, they never leave. Microsoft gives them the okay to make Destiny. They make Destiny. It's gangbusters. They make Destiny 2. Just the same way. Now, you know what they would be turning into an extraction shooter? Halo. They wouldn't have jumped back to motherfucking Marathon. Nobody gives a shit about Marathon in comparison. You have the Halo IP. So we would see Halo get its fucking asshole pulled up out of its grave, and then Bungie would have, like, humped it into fucking bleeding submission, bro.
I just see it as a cop-out with how big Bungie is and how many checks need to happen at AAA studios. I don't see how they could have slipped through the cracks. Now, what makes this whole situation worse is the art director for Marathon, Joseph Cross, follows Anti-Real on Twitter. Now, this
Of course he does, because he fucking ripped him off, bro. I mean, you can look at Marathon and just realize that it's fucking unoriginal slop, right? Marathon is an extraction shooter that looks a lot like every other, like, sci-fi extraction shooter coming out. It looks nothing like what Marathon looks like, right? Marathon had, like, a very interesting style back in the day. Let me just pull it up while our boy, Cryptic Rants, talks here for a second.
pretty quickly spreading like wildfire, and has notable figures like Asmongold and Upper Echelon all making videos talking about this situation and watching it unfold live. Seeing this all go down was honestly quite insane, and as time went on and more examples flooded the timeline, I was honestly surprised at how bad Bungie had messed up this time. Now, just 2 days after this post on Twitter, Marathon held a dev blog live stream where they had planned to show off a plan for the future, an update, and possible tweaks to make the gameplay better. Instead, we got a public execution with many technical issues plaguing the stream, with having no audio to sometimes double audio and triple audio at one point, where their discords weren't working. They had to repeat questions. They made up questions. Here we have a clip that was taken during the stream showing how many technical issues they were having, with one of the devs having to relay the message.
All right, guys. All right, we're gonna do a deep dive real quick. Now I know you guys are like, oh my God, King Jiffy, you're derailing. You know what? You can shut up because I don't give a shit. Here we go. This is like OG Marathon. Look how sick this is, dude. Look how that's from that Ant game. No, that's from Marathon as well. We got Marathon, like, was badass. It looked badass, dude. Look at this shit. Look how sick that is. It's like a more realistic Halo. It's like a grimier Halo. And then when you're in the game, dude, the art style was just to die for, dude. Like, look at how pretty this is. Look at these creatures. It just has its own vibe. I play these on my phone a lot, right? So you can get, if you have an iPhone, you can get the original Marathon games just fully available. Like, look at all the different artwork, the different styles. It had a vibe, dude. And I don't know what this is. Black and gold weapons? Oh, that's Dead Space. Fuck that. Go pound sand up your ass. That's not what I'm talking about. But then look at this shit. Most generic looking bullshit ever made. Like, you're gonna tell me that this shit is half of what this is? Get the fuck out of here, dude. This looks cool. This is generic fucking, District 9 slop. It's District gay, bro. It's District fucking I suck dicks under an overpass. It's District I fucking, use spiked dildos to make my butthole bleed. Like, look how boring this is, bro. Jesus, it just puts me to fucking sleep, dude. I don't, like, I mean, like, I can pull up the new Marathon game. Like, we'll just see. This shit's gonna flop so bad. Nobody fucking is gonna play this. It's just so, right here, dude. This is the picture I was actually looking for. Look at the fucking spine of this creature that he has ripped out, right? Like, OG Marathon was so sick. It was, like, grimy and real. And look at this fucking shotgun just pumping these guys' blood out of their body. Look at these cool alien designs. Everything about it, even though it's, like, old and janky, it's still cool. It still has, like, personality. Then you go to modern fucking, like, oh, look at that, dude. Marathon, like, old Marathon. Then, like, fucking District Gay is what we got. District Gay. But I mean, it's just so lame, dude. It's so lame.
Message from the one on Discord. It even got the question wrong.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, can you repeat it? Yeah. Just so I can relay it to Cross, because Cross can't hear you right now. But
Instead of scrubbing so many assets, would it not make more sense to employ the artist, who obviously has nailed the aesthetic?
The question was, instead of scrubbing all the assets, wouldn't it be easier to employ the artist who made all the assets?
Yeah, I mean, and for what it's worth, we're confident the majority of the assets in that capacity are
Well, and a lot of people. Okay, one thing I am gonna say, because I know I'm gonna get pushback, because I'm fucking basically taking Bungie and shoving their head in the dirt and saying, "Shut the fuck up, you stupid pussies." A lot of people act like Bungie is like a completely different studio. No, but they're still ran by the same motherfucker who started Bungie.
Original, created internally by our internal artists. We would love to work with Anti-Real if that's an opportunity that presents itself. I mean, that's part of what we sort of reached out to communicate.
Now, I feel with this whole stream that Bungie left them in the middle of the lake with no life vest and a weight attached to their ankle. Dev adding that all the assets were created in-house surprises me, and I highly doubt that at this point. Unbearable to watch. Now, not only was the stream...
Yeah, I honestly, I have some fucking critiques for you, Cryptic Rants. I think you need to speak a little bit faster. I just something that I've learned as a creator. You got to speak just a little bit faster. Those dry moments are gonna get people fucking bouncing outski. Also, another thing that's like really, really important: get a better background. Get a background. This blue house doesn't really do it. It's fine. I think your little VTuber avatar is interesting. I like that you're like a dude that actually picked a dude fucking avatar. There's nothing I think that's more creepy than if you're a dude and your VTuber anime or your VTuber avatar is some fucking like chick that looks like she's 12, bro. I don't care like how cool you are or how interesting your content is, but there's like I don't have anything against this guy. I think he's like he makes a lot of valid points, but it's like Rev or something, or I don't know. You know who I'm talking about? The fuck because he's like one of the bigger ones that talks about this type of shit. He literally bothers the fuck out of me. His little fucking 12-year-old looking VTuber anime girl with the neck choker, and I'm just like, bro, you're a dude. Why the fuck do you have a little girl avatar? It just bothers me. I don't know.
Having issues, but so were the computers that the devs were using. And the stream overall was just a clusterfuck, if I'm honest. But we did get some information on what they had planned to do to remedy the situation, along with an apology from Joseph, as we can hear here.
Great. And so to that extent, I want to send my personal apology to Anti-Real, whose work was used in this case. And I know how unfair this feels, and we're doing everything we can to make this right with her. Her work is fantastic, and we clearly share mutual appreciation for a specific genre.
Share mutual appreciation? You ripped their shit off, bro. You saw they were making cool District 9 style art, right? They were making cool based District 9 style art, and you're like, well, I'm making District gay, so I might as well be a little gay boy and steal their fucking art. I might as well be a little fucking cringe loser and steal their fucking art.
Graphic design, and it's very exciting, and I'm excited to have folded that into our style in general. So thanks for listening.
Folding it in, by what they mean is they went into a store, they took the store's product, folded it inside of their coat, and walked out of the fucking store.
For your patience.
Now, there was also more added after this clip, and it was basically the same thing. He just kept rambling. It was like a public execution. It was so bad. He had to just sit there, and chat was going in.
Yeah, dude, because this is going to be Concord levels bad. And good, dude. Fuck Bungie, dude. Fuck Bungie.
It was a crazy thing to watch live. Now, we are a couple days out from the stream and haven't had an update from Anti-Real, but this has caused some ex-employees to come out via a post from the Game Post and saying that leadership was toxic and humiliating, and later remarked that Bungie needs to be fully gutted for there to be any progress with the studio. And with how the Destiny 2 community has been treated...
You know what would help Bungie? If they scrapped all their modern fucking douchebag audiences and just brought back all the OG team and just went back to making cool shit again. Because you know when Bungie was like the coolest studio? When they were the fucking the bromeostasis place. Now, was there probably some toxic bullshit going on? Absolutely. But here's the thing. I don't want anything the modern Bungie's making. But the toxic Bungie? Bro, they were making some good ass shit. I don't know about you guys. I mean, do I condone all the things that, like, some of their, like, sexism and shit that was happening in the workplace? No, I think that's fucking cringe. But I also don't think this fucking safe direction we're going with game design is doing anything for you. And when you release products that are dog shit, gut the entire place, shut the entire studio down. Now, I know a lot of people and a lot of my contemporaries disagree with me on that. I think you should get like a couple. I do think like what happened like Tango Gameworks is like it sucks, and I don't like that happened. As well as like, well, no, fuck Arcane, dude. Like Arcane Austin. Fuck them. I like Redfall was so dog shit. Like if I were to go to work, right, and I fucking lost my company a bunch of money, right? If I go in and let's say I order this entire new product line, and a year goes by and nobody fucking buys that product line, and the owner of the business I work at is like, holy shit, I'm out like 10 grand. You think I'm keeping my fucking job? No, of course not. That's how shit works. Like, get a product out that people want. And I don't know. The Bungie's game looks like dog shit.
Basically, since the game came out, I can see this being correct. Now, it is an ex-employee, so they could just have disdain for the studio for being fired. But context clues kind of lead me to believe them. Now, if there's any future updates, I'll be sure to make another video. For now,
well, it's good that they fired the guy who stole shit, but like, how many people do you have working on this game that you don't have somebody checking for that shit? Why don't you have like testers that like utilize some of the art and like take pictures of it and then do reverse Google searching? I'm sure it can't be that hard, especially if Spurgs on the internet do it. Hire some like weird, find yourself some fucking Reddit or 4chan trolls to work for your company, not trolls, but like Spurgs to work for your company and to find this shit out for you.
Slap on.
Praises every trans.
I mean, to be honest, that was a pretty base video. This guy's getting a sub for me, bro. We need to get this, we need to get Cryptic Rants up on his funny up, bro. We need to get this motherfucker, like, booming, dude. I want to see this dude, slapping some wiener.